Alright guys, welcome back to 𝖩force Gaming, and today we are going to review this STERRA Moon air purifier, and this is one of the most popular air purifier out there. Alright, so in the first place, you guys might be asking, why would you even need an air purifier in your home? I think this is a waste of electricity, and space as well. Alright, but the importance of air purifier is really important. Alright, so as nowadays we live in those huge metropolitan city with like industrialized, all these tall buildings, industries, lots of cars on the road as well, which gives out a lot of harmful gases and viruses and bacteria around you. Even if you're watching this video right now, you're in your room or in the living room or anywhere, around you the air is surrounded by millions and billions of bacteria and viruses that you're breathing in every second the moment you breathe in. Alright, and in fact, alright, this thing really can be really harmful to your health condition, and as well as cause many sickness, cancers. And there's one thing you guys may not want to know, alright, is the roaches' eggs. Alright, if you have cockroaches around the house, I think pretty much any household will definitely have one or two cockroaches. Alright, and if they lay eggs, alright, their eggs are so tiny that sometimes can be airborne, and you might even breathe in one of their eggs. I know this is really disturbing, alright, and I also don't want to know this news, but upon research I found out this is actually true. Alright, and it can also decrease life expectancy, alright, compared to those people who are living in like the farm areas or offshore, like in rural areas. Alright, their life expectancy, you can see their life can grow over 100 years old. But for us, we live in this this big city, alright, this industrialized city nowadays. Alright, life expectancy is like at most 80 years, 90 years old. So yeah, the importance of breathing in clean air is really important. Alright, okay, so now you know the importance of having an air purifier, but you saw in the market there's so many air purifiers with so many different things they do, so many functions. You are confused and you don't know which one you want to choose. So I came out a list that I personally want in an air purifier. Alright, the first thing I want in an air purifier is definitely it able to do the job as an air purifier, which filters out purifies like kills like 99% of the bacteria and viruses and other things that I don't want it, alright, of an air purifier, right? Because I want it to really purify the air. And second of all, I would prefer it to be really quiet, alright, because most of the people who will be using air purifier is either in the living room or in the bedroom itself, right? In the bedroom, some people are really sensitive to noise, and some if you're trying to sleep, or even if you have babies at home, So I would love my air purifier to be really quiet, so it's not very disturbing and not annoying at all. Alright, and thirdly, I would love my air purifier to be really power saving. Alright, because let's say you're owning this air purifier for probably 6-7 hours, 4 to 6 hours a day. Alright, you don't want it to consume too much electricity, alright, in the end increasing your electricity bill. Alright, and fourthly, I would love my air purifier to be small and lightweight, alright, so I can carry around, maneuver it around, alright, cleaning it, all this, alright, to be really easily. So yeah, I would love my air purifier to be slim, compact and lightweight. Alright, and fifth, I would love my air purifier to be durable, alright, and definitely can last for many years to come. And lastly, I would love my air purifier to be able to control probably by an app itself, so that sometimes I can control it, turn it on with my smart home, all this, so when I come back to the home, when I reach home, I can have a really clean air to breathe in. Alright, so these are the checklists that I would love to be in my air purifier, and I have checked all this. Alright, and we are going to go through why this thing meets all my requirements. Alright, so let's talk about the number one thing in my checklist is basically I want my air purifier to be really able to purify air. Alright, so this thing, what they have, the filter that they have here is a true HEPA 13 filter over here. Alright, so if you see any air purifiers other than HEPA 15 purifier, they don't really purify air. Alright, it's basically the manufacturer, they want to save cost, alright, because this thing is quite costly to manufacture as well, because this thing really kills up to 99.97 of the bacteria and viruses in the air. So this thing really blocks out all kinds of any other microbacteria that is floating around in the air. Alright, so this thing has been proven by many to be really, really useful. So if you see any other air purifiers other than, you know, a HEPA 13 purifier, right, don't buy that, because those are you know, scammy, and you know, they probably kill like 80% of the virus. So this one kills 99.97, which is way higher than the standard. I want it to purify 99%, right? But this thing purifies almost up to 100%. So this thing is really, really cool. All right. So this thing is yeah. So this, the whole air purifier here is this filter here, right? Is very, very well built. All right. So so let's talk about what they include. All right. They definitely have the filter itself, the air purifier itself. We do have a wall plug and an instruction manual. So it's very, very simple to get you started and start having clean and fresh air. So I'm going to show you guys how you guys can install this thing inside your air purifier, right? So it's very, very easy. So in future, you might need to change the filter, or you have to clean out the dust or the filter itself. All right, it's very simple. All right, all you have to do is just to tilt it down. All right, just have to unlock it. Just click it to the side. All right, rotate it clockwise. Alright, and you can just insert it in. I usually love, because the logo is upwards, so I love to insert it upwards. Alright, so I just need to like insert it in, close the cap, and you're done with installing the air purifier. So this is that simple. So if you anytime you want to change your filter, just unlock it, pull it out, and just change a new one in, or even pull it out to clean it, you can as well. So it is a very, very simple process to change the air purifier. Anyone can do it. All right, so now I'm going to just plug this in, all right, power it on, and then we got to talk about if this really checks all the lists that I wanted it to be for my air purifier. All right, so let's plug it on, show you the functions. All right, and yeah, I'm going to talk about the functions this thing does. All right, so yeah, so we are in room itself, and yeah, so this thing is connected and powered on. Alright, so to turn this thing off is very, very simple. Alright, so either you can use their app itself, which I will talk about it, or you can just tap onto this thing, alright, and look at how it comes alive. Alright, so it is really, really interesting, and they have different colors. Alright, so when you turn on, they will show you the air quality itself. So they have all different colors in your room itself. So currently my room is quite clean, so the air is blue, the light is blue. Then if you see the light is yellow, probably your room is like you know, a bit bad quality, the air quality. If you see red, that means your room is really, really bad air quality. Alright, so yeah, but if it's red or yellow, you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so as this thing slowly purifies, alright, this thing only takes about 11 minutes to purify the whole room. So right after 11 minutes, you'll see it slowly turning into blue. So blue is getting fresher and fresher, the air itself. Alright, and so let's talk about my checklist itself, and does this really meet my checklist? One of the things that I said, I'm pretty sure one of the things that I said in the checklist is it being lightweight. Alright, so this thing is really, really lightweight. Alright, it weighs less than 4 kg, and it is easily, you can carry it around. I can carry it with one hand as well without any issue. So anyone can carry this pretty much around anywhere. Alright, and it's small enough to be placed anywhere you want in the room, or it wouldn't take up much space. So yeah, that's really simplifying my checklist: modern, sleek, lightweight. So one of my checklists is checked. All right, so one of the things in the checklist is I want it to be really quiet. Right, let's say if I'm sleeping, or you know, has babies, or people are sensitive to noises and they couldn't sleep, and you want to, you know, have clean and fresh air when you sleep at night. All right, this thing really have a really, really quiet fan inside. Alright, so this thing can go up to as low as 20 decibels, alright, which is practically very close to silent, so you won't hear any noise. Right now it's a low speed, so this is the 20 decibels, and I think you guys really cannot hear anything. Alright, I'm gonna just let you guys hear. Alright, it's really, really quiet. Unless if I put it really, really near, where you guys can hear a bit of sound, but to me right now, I cannot hear a single noise at all. Alright, it's dead silent. Alright, I at first when I turn it on, I won't even believe that is this even on at all. I have to put my head really close to hear the fan spinning and to hear the air coming out. Oops, I accidentally turned that off. Alright, so if you turn it off, you just need to just tap it, you will turn it off. Alright, Okay, so anyways, let's turn it back on again, right? It's really cool. Look at the design, it's like so futuristic. It's like a mini robot itself with the eye in the middle. So it's really, really cute, alright? And it's so aesthetically for the, for your house as well. Alright, let's go back to the quietness, alright? So if they dare to advertise this can be as quiet as 20 decibels compared to other air purifiers out there which up to 50, 60 or 80 decibels, which is practically loud and is very noticeable, the fan noise, alright, which leads to this conclusion, right? Because this thing can be as low as 20 decibels means that the bearing they use inside the fan is really, really good quality bearing, alright? It's not those cheap bearings that people get from China or anywhere that's really cheap, alright? Because if you were to use a good bearing, the noise can stay very low. And if you use a bad bearing, alright, it could be quite loud. Sometimes there's some shakiness of this. So you can see the quality of this air purifier itself, alright? They said it for themselves, alright? The quality is there, alright, which they use really good bearing. That's why they can achieve a really low 20 decibels of fan speed, alright? So this really checks the list of being quiet, alright, and low noise. Alright, and one thing in my checklist is being energy efficient. Alright, so this thing, alright, it's only consumed like 45 watts per hour or something. They wrote it in their website itself. So they say it's equivalent to a light bulb consuming. So it won't consume like a lot of electricity, a lot of watt hour. Alright, so this thing can powers for probably 24 hours a day, for 1 month, and probably your bill will be like just a few dollars. Alright, so it is very, very energy saving, so you don't have to worry about how high it costs electricity bill. You can just turn it on as much as you like without the need to worry about it. And the adapter is really, really small, and the cable is quite long enough, so if your plug is quite far away, there is enough length for you to put in anywhere you want in the room itself. So this also checks out one of the cost saving checklist that I wanted in my air purifier. So there you go. Alright, and one of the things I want to it, alright, is easy to control, alright, so you can connect to any of the smart home devices or control in my app. So I have their app right here, so you can use it to control this air purifier. Alright, so let's just go through what function they have on the app itself. Alright, obviously on the bottom left they have the switch, so you can control it to turn on and off easily without you physically touching it and such. So it is really, really convenient. So you can get it power on before you came home, like I said before. So yeah, and then after you can see on the app itself, it shows like the air quality and the filter remaining percentage. Alright, so you can see as when you use more and more often, the filter will slowly degrade. Alright, so you take out to vacuum it, the dust away. Alright, and they say that the filter can last about up to 1.5 years if you use about 4 to 6 hours daily, which is really, really way more maybe more years than any other filters. Other filters, they require you to change like every 6 months or so with the same hours of usage every day. So this thing can last up to 2 or 3 times longer than than other brands out there. Alright, so you can see the wind speed, the air quality, it shows great. Alright, so you can monitor your air quality as well. Alright, and in the app itself, you can change between kind of different speed as well, or you can just tilt this ball up and down, alright, to control the speed you want. So the higher you tilt, right, the louder it gets. I think you guys can hear, right? It gets louder because the fans get turns more, right? Get stronger, so you can just turn it on, or you can just control it by the app itself. Alright, and they have a countdown function. Let's say if you were to sleep, alright, and probably after like 4 hours you want to turn off on its own, you can set to turn off after 4 hours. So they have the countdown, so once the countdown, the timer reach, you will automatically turn it off. Alright, so and they have settings as well. Alright, you can schedule it, alright, how you want it to turn on at different times of the day as well. You can as well. Alright, you can choose to reset the filter, all this, NIE on. Alright, so this is the app itself, very convenient, and it's very easy to connect to it. Alright, turn it on Bluetooth, and the app itself automatically detects this thing as well, and it just automatically connects. So yeah, it's very straightforward process. You don't have to do a lot of things. So yeah, this is the app itself, and it checks one of my checklists of it being convenient and able to be controlled with smart home devices or your mobile phone itself. So this checks all the checklists inside here. Alright, Alright, so and this other thing I'd like to talk about is basically, alright, they don't do any of the marketing gimmicks. What I mean by that is, like, if you see a lot of other air purifiers, they have a lot of marketing gimmicks that they make the price sky high, alright, like, you know, they use like some carbon fiber, you know, all those very technical things that will confuse the typical typical consumer like me and you. Right, if you don't have any technical knowledge, all right, you wouldn't know what it means. You might think, oh, this is really really good, all right, because they say until so, you know, so deep inside, you don't know what it's trying to mean, you know, and then your mind will think that it is a great product, all right. But those are just marketing tactics, and you know, to keep the prices high, all right. There's like some different weird materials they use, this and that, you know, then they will charge you like 2 to 3 times the price. But what this STERRA doesn't do is they don't, you know, throw you with all these kind of marketing strategies as such, all right. They just delivers you what an average consumer want, all right. Like my checklist, it delivers everything I want in my checklist. I'm pretty sure this is also what you want in your checklist as well, all right. And it delivers as well. They don't throw you with all these things, and they keep the prices very very low and affordable. I think this is one of the cheapest air purifier I've seen. But although it's cheap, all right, it doesn't mean that it is not of that good quality, all right. This thing is really really solid, well built, all right. And like I said, the bearing inside is really good. That's why they can keep the noise decibels to be so low, to be almost as quiet and silent as it is. So you can tell by the quality itself, this thing really can last you a few years to come. And with their one year plus, 3 year plus warranty, all right, you can ensure that you don't have to worry about this thing breaking anytime soon, all right. So they are confident to bring this product to you, so you have a safe and ease mind of using this product. Right, and not only that, all right, this thing also remove like odors and shards, all right. Not only it kills bacteria and viruses, all right, in the air, all right, it also remove odors, all this, all right. So if you have pet at home, or you know pet can give out a lot of bad odors when they shit or all this and that, all right. And yeah, so this thing can really really be useful if you have pets at home, to remove any odor, so that you don't have to, you don't have a bad odor at home. You know, some of the air purifiers, they don't even have this function at all, right. They just purify air, but the odor is still there, right. So this thing really, because it have an activated charcoal inside to remove the odor as well. Alright, and one more thing about this thing is, okay, you see, because this is a circular design, you see most of the air purifier, they are flat design. And another benefit to this circular design is, right, it basically sucks in air from all around the room, alright. You can see all the filters is a circular filter, so it's sucking air from all around the room, so that you know, it really absorbs everything in the air itself, compared to other air purifier where it's only a front facing intake or a back facing intake, where the air at the front will get sucked in, but the air at the back may take some time to be sucked in and, you know, to be repurified. So this thing sucks in air from all around the room, 360 degrees, right? And that's what makes it, you know, better than any other flat air purifiers out there, where, you know, it may take longer and some parts of the air is left unfiltered, all right. So in the end, if you really want a good air purifier that does the job, all right, keep the cost low, lightweight, compact, all right, easy to control with smart control as such, sleek design, really nice futuristic look to it, and an actual true HEPA 13 filter, this is the air purifier for you, all right. And the cost is really really low. So yeah, so this is the demonstration of this little buddy right here. All right, after you guys have seen the demonstration itself, this thing is really really interesting and really powerful. So if you guys want to get this, all right, for yourself, all right, you can get this for yourself. The link will be in the video description down below. And of course, this thing is available in Singapore, Malaysia, and in the US as well. So you want to get it, there will be different links down below for you guys to visit, all right, for different countries you're in. All right, highly recommend you guys to get this air purifier. All right, as so many things, it checks all my checklists, all right, and the cost is really really low compared to any other air purifier out there. So this really cool, sleek design, you know, it gets the job done, all right, and yeah, it removes all the viruses, and you know, you can have really really clean and fresh air the moment you step into your room or your house and all. So if you guys want to check out this air purifier, once again, the link will be in the video description down below for you guys to check it out. Alright, and if you find today's video really interesting, do let me know in the comment section as well. If you want me to do more videos on air purifiers or anything, or on their brand itself, let me know as well, because STERRA brand is really good. Alright, they keep their prices low for consumer like you and me, so that we can get to afford all this without really breaking a hole in our wallets. Alright, so yeah, so that's it for today, guys, and leave your comments down below if you like today's video, and if you have bought one of these for yourself. And without further ado, this is 𝖩forcegaming, and I shall catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.